Can I make a perception check to see if it cares?
Yeah, go ahead.
+5.
It seems hard focused ahead on catching Amadeus, so it seems to be more concerned with the big giant thing in front of it than the small tiny dot that landed on its back.
Quick, blind one of its faces. Turn to a spider and put your webbing on it.
I'm looking at spells. Hold on. I took more healing. I took more healing spells than anything that'll like physically help.
Yeah, turn to a spider and web its face. Do the Spider-Man approach.
Would that mean that he would go down with it?
Yeah, that was my thought.
Oh, I guess it's true.
You know what? At this point, she's
Wait, how close is it to Amadeus, though?
Since you guys have basically rocketed far ahead, they're gaining distance. So basically, I would say they're almost 3 miles apart at this point.
Jesus.
Yeah, and Amadeus is basically gaining ground fast because of haste. So that gap is quickly growing.
Staying low, maybe you're only.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was going to try to stay hidden, and if not, I will cast Pass Without a Trace on myself and try to remain hidden.
I'm sorry that I'm so useful, Freyas.
Okay,
not your problem.
I was
a Boy Scout.
Freyas, also, since you're closer to the monster, you notice that there is a strange aura to the creature, and you start to feel a little sick.
Oh.
What are you doing that you're ultra interesting, Jim?
Here's the suffering I was hoping for.
It's not very strong yet, but you do feel like you're being a little queasy just being on top of this thing. Like it's exuding some sort of energy that's not sitting well with you.
Holy crap.
If you're going to turn into a statue, make sure you have an awesome pose on its back.
Yep.
No, that's not happening yet.
You see the yet part there.
But
can I identify any sort of it, like
medicine check?
Oh, yay, my specialty.
You saw this in various back when you guys were in the negative dungeon. This is the type of corruption that Amadeus warned you about. When you basically are exposed to too much primordial energy, it begins to seep into your body and begins to twist it and malform it like a cancer. You know that with time away from it, it goes away, but time closer and more spent on it makes it worse. You have gained 1 stack of positive corruption.
This is fine.
So
you still remember what that does.
So
poor Alex.
You're basically stuck on this thing. On the upside,
Yep.
It's probably going to end up where we're heading.
That's what I'm hoping, and I hope it doesn't completely destroy me before I get there.
You'll make a wonderful statue. I will put you in my home.
You don't have a home.
The only other option is jumping off into the void and us never finding you.
That's why she's just going to stay there, and if it does seem like it notices something's there, I will risk doing magic too.
Basically, think of it like you're a tiny little insect on the back of a giant dog. It does not notice you.
Okay, that she's just going to lay low, stay there, and
so let me get the sound
write
back
it
up
out.
and running.
And I will take note of the corruption.
Just 1 stack. It takes like 5 to kill you.
Oh!
It's fine, right?
Wow.
How fast does that go again?
It depends on the strength of it.
Oh,
That's a little more severe than the 20 stacks back in the first game.
Things have changed. Things have gotten worse.
Well, if worse comes to worse, I'll hope an island comes by and I'll jump off and
live your life as Robinson Crusoe in the middle of wind?
Yeah. Just break all my bones on a landing and die.
You just stay there until you're level 8.
Roll up by stabbing random bugs. Yeah.
Kill all the birds you see.
Let me do one of these. Okay. Thankfully, it actually doesn't take long to get to the island thanks to Tiberius's haste. And you kind of start to see a massive island on the horizon, like right ahead of you through the clouds. Everyone that's on Amadeus's back, and you have since seemed to have lost the creature. At the very least, you can't see it anymore, but you have a feeling it's still there. But Amadeus is kind of quick to start turning and begin to head toward landing on the island, but trying to find a place that he could at least duck down into. And you see this island is, strangely enough, as you kind of get closer to it, the storm breaks, as it's almost as if it's in the eye of whatever's creating the storm. In fact, it almost seems bizarrely peaceful and untouched, if not quiet, scarily so. So let me get the new. You still hear the sound of the wind itself, but it's almost like a gentle breeze. So let me get the new sound up. And then this. And the entire temple is actually quite big. It is almost like the best way I can describe it would be like an ancient, sort of like an ancient temple in a way, but sort of like ancient. What is the best way to describe it without sounding horrible? Eastern Asian kind of architecture. There we go. It
Like, are you
has
talking
very
like Mayan runes or
No, mines aren't
No.
Eastern Asian.
no, Aztec is
Aztec is
Mexican.
definitely not Eastern
No,
Asian.
that's
That's
more
South
Mexican.
American.
That's South American.
Are we
Like
talking
Indonesian temple?
Indian? I think.
Oh,
I'd say it's more a case of almost Japanese or Chinese in a way.
Oh, okay.
So,
So like from one of the old dynasties then.
exactly. So you're kind
Oh,
of
okay.
seeing this massive stone temple that has massive arcing pillars and archways and banners that are kind of gently flowing in the wind. But from up here, you notice that it has a large plaza up top that you don't really see a whole lot into, but you see just this big open air plaza. But you notice that around the temple are 4 stone buildings that almost look like towers that go way up farther than you can even see above you.
Hmm.
And Amadeus kind of turns and begins to land, but the moment he does land, he almost tries to get you off as he starts to shrink down back into his normal form. And he is quickly looking for a place to hide.
Aw.
Tiberius will be hopping off as fast as possible to try and get into the temple.
Okay,
Various,
and go ahead.
Various looks around for a moment and frowns and starts looking around even more. Frius?
No time for that. Let's get out of this place before that thing finds us.
Okay. And I'm going to bring you to a new map. In fact, Frius, the creature indeed breaches past the storm itself, and you do see the temple itself. But it veers off to a different direction, and you see a chance to kind of jump off and land on a large patch of grass near the temple. Do you choose to do so? It's about a 60-foot drop, though.
Oh god.
Oh.
Because
Can
it
I-
seems to be coming in to land into the top of the temple.
Do you like
Tuck
your
and
shins
roll.
being inside of
Tuck
your
and
abdomen?
roll.
Can I see where it's landing and what specifically the part of the temple it is going into?
It's going to the very top of it from the looks of it. So it seems to be angling itself upward. So it's going to be rising upward.
Ah, dang it! That means I can't see if there's a way in.
If
Mm-mm.
you land, can't you use the spider form to climb back down?
That is.
Or
a
you could
good
try to aim for
plan.
one of the
Yeah,
towers.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm doing recon.
Jin, how dare you make sense?
No, I was actually contemplating it, but putting the spider fact that I could climb back down was
Mhm.
a plan I did not actually personally think of.
You kind of you kind of hold on to the creatures. You kind of look for a place to kind of jump down. And eventually it does seem to go into this large plateau or sort of like this large room at the very top of the temple. And you kind of see that as your chance to kind of jump down. As it kind of lowers itself in, you do see the roof, the slanted roof. Get a little bit closer, so it's only about a 10-foot jump now to get to the roof to slide down.
I'll jump, but I want to hold on to the hole so I could actually look in.
Okay, so go ahead and make me an acrobatics.
Oh no! Do I want to risk wild shape already? Oh, then I'll burn it. Way too soon.
Do you
I
want to
believe.
break your
I believe.
legs?
I'm actually going to bring
Hey.
everyone to here real quick.
Oh,
I'm okay with this.
Oh, good. This is a very funny
Frias, you're
map.
able to kind of get a good footing and jump off the creature's back, and you kind of reach out, you grab a hold of the roof, and you're able to pull yourself over onto the slanted part as you kind of look down as the creature lands into this large, almost circular room at the very top of least of the what you seem to be is the top floor of the temple. And you see that it's littered with like scrolls and books, but it seems like it's been kind of discombobulated, like there was a struggle here, and it seems to be briefly landing and seems to be looking around. You see several kind of hallways leading out of the central room, but you don't see much else. You are able to kind of look down from the slanted roof to the ground. It seems to be very grassy. And also looking straight up, you see that this entire temple is sort of like in the eye of the storm.
The hint. She's going to get a very good look at this room, and seeing it look around, she's going to look around and hopefully aim for the grass patch that you were talking about.
Okay, go ahead and do another acrobatics for me.
I don't feel so good about this one.
I mean, you've already rolled 2 1s, and you're too far away for me to bend luck on you.
You kind of misjudge how far the slant goes, and you kind of slide a little too quickly before you kind of tumble off the second story and hit the ground. It's only about, let's see, it was about 50 feet up, so you're going to be taking
only 50 feet.
15 points of damage as you land back first onto the ground. I've also revealed where you are on the map. You are at the very northern point.
Oh, wow. I believe I have some... Oh, I swore I had it written down. I believe I had 1 health potion. But for some reason, I'm not seeing it, so...
But all of you are able, to the rest of the group, you are able to find, kind of move your way around to what seems to be the front gate of the temple. Amadeus, however, Styx and Leo have since separated from you and have headed off in a different direction. They're going to look for a back door, essentially.
Where are they? They're going for back door. So are they expecting us to take on the advance of this? This is wonderful.
Freyas will talk through the sending stone
Mm-hmm.
and inform everyone. I'm not sure if anyone knows the layout of the building, but it is currently in the top floor, possibly waiting. I have fallen off to possibly your eastern half, but I'm outside.
I
You
thought
all have
very,
stones.
yeah.
You all have stones. You can all hear this.
Mm-hmm.
One
No.
thing, since you all kind of all have the past perception for this, you notice this place is eerily quiet.
Great, just what we wanted.
So you're alive then?
For the most part, I had a rough landing.
Ah, good. Styx and the others have kind of left us, so we're going to go exploring. Keep in communication with, I don't know, Burrows here.
Mm.
See, he's more than enthused to hear your voice, Various.
Just keep us in the loop, okay? We'll find somewhere to meet up, I'm sure.
Now, for the sake of turns and everyone taking their turn in order, I would like you to roll initiative, so that way you can take your turns in order.
Don't forget to click your token before you roll.
Yes.
Never.
Ah, son of a beep.
So how many nat ones have we had this session already?
4.
You know what? If it's for initiative, that's fine.
Wow.
That's fine. It's initiative. I don't care.
Listen, at least
Roast is
it's
even
not.
worse.
At least it's not 8 nat ones in 1 encounter.
Oh, that was bad. Okay, so Frias, you're up first. You can basically move your movement or your dash in your turn. So yeah, where would you like to go?
Can't
You're
see
currently
anything.
you're currently outside. Okay, how far is your site again? 60 feet.
I assume 60 feet, whatever the normal is. The only other thing I could say is dark vision.
It is not dark. It is sunny as hell out here.
I think it didn't sort right. Rose's.
It's
but
probably because Tibbs got the nat 1. I rolled a natural 2.
There we go. I fixed it. But hold on. Let me make sure that you can see.
I mean, it makes sense for Tiberius to go last in this situation.
Let me reveal areas, please. Because can I reveal the area, please?
No.
There, I'll keep the ruler up.
You're not allowed to reveal areas like this.
Why is Shelby here?
Because
There you go.
Shelby is watching us play.
You can't see in there. That is a straight wall.
Oh, okay, not even
That
windows.
is just a wall. So yeah, you just see a wall.
Can I see windows?
Not at your height.
Wow, calling me short. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, these walls, this place is huge.
yeah, Tibbs. We can't say anything.
We have a completely different perspective on life, Various. It's a completely different ball game.
I will say this on this map: consider the thick, gray lines to be walls. Anything else is open air. Because you can only do so much to distinguish walls when you're top down.
Let me figure out distance here.
So I would say for movement's sake, you can move up to your speed or a dash.
So are we inside the temple?
You were on the temple grounds.
Okay.
I'm going to go here. Let me help you out with the...
Yeah, because it's hard to...
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep the ruler out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I possibly can't see them, right?
No, you don't see them at all.
How high up is the window?
I'd say about 30 feet. It's tall. Like, this place is meant for really large beings, as you notice, especially from seeing up top.
I'm gonna quickly look
Damn heightists.
because I swear I had a health potion. I just didn't leave it wrote it down or anything. Are you serious? Because I know I gave Naira one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, my notes are so disorganized.
I'm sorry, was that in character or?
Yes.
What was that?
That's
Huh?
children
What
screaming.
the
I'm sorry. My
What?
nephews are over. Please do not mind them in the background. Yep, I
Are
can't
they
find it in my notes anywhere.
reenacting? Are they reenacting Bruce Lee scenes or something?
Probably, knowing them. Oh, which one will give me the most health? Oh, but I don't want to waste second levels. Well, let's throw in some wild magic.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, that's gonna be great. Oh no!
Nope.
Oh boy.
Nope. That, yeah. And... Oh, God. Okay,
Oh, it's not 44. It's not Armor Agathis.
How
All
is
of a
this
sudden,
gonna work?
all of a sudden, Az turns into an Azamar.
This is gonna be weird for a druid.
Oh.
Because what the wild magic table does for this, it gives you 1 sorcery point back. But since you don't use sorcery points, what class resource do you use?
Wild shape?
Yeah, wild shape.
How many do you have, or have you used one?
I haven't used any.
Have an
So
extra one.
And I
yeah,
haven't
basically
used...
what's happening. So you kind of start to create some magic in your hands, but you notice that it seems to double back on you, and you feel oddly rejuvenated as you gain an extra wild shape for the day.
So I go over my max.
You go over your max, yes.
Okay.
And you feel
then...
kind of a little weird at that, like, what the? Ugh. But,
yeah, that's all I could do for now then.
okay, then we're going on to Various. You guys are now standing at the front of the temple. You're basically standing on marble stone steps that are very well kept. The temple itself looks incredibly in really good shape. You should be able to see to about.
Oh,
Hold on.
help with that.
Yeah, just hold on. I'm having to reveal quite a bit. Right there.
I have to applaud you, Nova. Generally, I just like absolutely steal dungeon maps. So thumbs up for actually making your own.
I made all of them by hand.
You are a masochist, my friend.
It looks really, really good. Like, if you ever explore the whole thing, it looks really good. I kind of wish I had Pro, because then I would be able to turn on dynamic lighting, and I wouldn't have to constantly reveal stuff. But you need to pay for that, and I hate it.
So
That's why I might be changing to virtual tabletop eventually, or Foundry.
How
So
much is Pro? And yes, the Foundry version is very good for dynamic lighting.
Yeah, because I was kind of wishing I had dynamic lighting for this, because it would have worked really well. Okay, go ahead.
Since Belua is not attacking, can he move twice, or?
Yes, you can eat. Like I said, you can either move normally or you can dash, but that would take your action.
Yeah, he's.
And how far can Belua see?
Belua has dark vision, I think 60 feet.
Dark vision doesn't apply here.
So he can see like normal.
60 feet. Okay. So
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I was reading. I'll try to be measured.
Yeah, because it is really hard. So right about there, and he can actually start seeing down these halls too. Now you can't see completely up in that way because there is, of course, walls.
Oh yeah.
But you can start to see pillars, see a little grassy area. It's a nice place. Surprisingly, if it weren't so eerily quiet.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn.
It's our turn. Unless you plan to do something specific.
Nope. We're just mostly moving forward.
Okay. And that would be now Flex's turn.
Oh boy. Okay.
You've had quite a ride there, Flex.
God, the biggest ride ever. Flix is going to crack open another bottle of wine. And I'm just going to move up that way. Just sort of watch while drinking. Like I said, by the time all this is done, Flix is going to be a full-on alcoholic. It's going to happen.
Poor Flex.
Flix
Tibbs!
knows both.
I'm
Make
he'll
sure
be
you move
fine.
Truffles. Make sure you move Truffles with you.
Oh yes, Truffles always comes with.
Pig is there. Okay.
Yes.
Tibbs.
Piggy's in.
All right, Tibbs, you're up.
Well, let's just get that out of the way right away. 1D100. Shit.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Every time. Why every time, honey?
What was the last spell you cast?
Haste.
Yeah, you just cast on yourself.
But that's what I wanted. But that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, it's 17 to 18 you can cast a copy of your last cast spell. So you start to actually cast your spell. You cast haste, but you notice that it sparks wildly, but then it just casts anyway. But it doesn't take up a spell slot.
Oh. All according to Cake.
All according to Cake.
So that means I have double movement. So now I'm going to go exploring.
All right.
If I can select my token, for some reason I'm on fucking smart, pardon the language, on that. So yeah, that's going to be 60 feet in a direction. Yeah.
Beans,
just
please
moving
stop
normally.
licking my hand.
And yeah, you know what?
Never, mommy. I must lick all the hands.
All right, so let me start revealing some stuff because you're moving that way.
Tibbs is a rocket.
Yes, Tibbs
And
is a
you
rock.
notice that the hallway in front of you originally seemed to have had a door, but it looks to have been broken down. There's only like one half of the door remaining, and it's kind of on its last hinges. It was a very nice wooden door, too.
Was it like reaching in after something?
It's
I would
almost as
like-
if something broke in.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's so big.
Just out of character, I would like to point out that Amadeus no longer has haste because I am not holding concentration on
Yeah.
that giant
Oh, yeah.
dragon thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm well
Okay,
aware.
just making sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my action. I've moved as far as I could with
Stop licking my hand!
like a rabbit on crack.
Never, mummy. I must lick all the hands.
He's basically sitting next to my mouse. Every time I reach for it, he tries to get in my hand. Okay, Rose, you just saw Tibbs basically zoom past all of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a date.
I'm going to just use my dash action and gonna move up to 120 over to this corner.
Wait,
Okay.
120? How do you...
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it'd be 60.
It's
60.
right. It's 60. I don't know. I can't math today. Anyways, I think it was like about there. So technically, yeah, 60 would be right. Yeah, so I can get like essentially over here then.
Okay. As you're over there, can you make me a quick perception, please?
Okay.
You didn't ask me for perception. Oh wait, haste.
Okay, as you kind of begin to widen to this hall, Rose, you notice that as you pass by several bits of broken marble or statue on your way there.
Oh no.
It doesn't seem to have come from any of the pillars, however.
Oh no.
Both Jen and I are going, oh, good. In our brains.
Am I able to trace back where it's coming from?
Give me another perception for that. No, you don't see anything directly.
Huh. Alright, yeah, I'll just keep a lookout to the south in the meantime.
Alright, Freya, you're up.
Well, seeing as how the abysmal magic went, I will turn into a spider.
Speeder!
Poof. And I want to go up and look in the window if that's possible.
Okay.
I mean, you'll come back as a primordial, maybe.
Where do you plan to go? Which window? Because there's one large window here. There is a
Yeah,
window here.
You okay?
Yeah, probably that window.
Nope. Warlock.
Okay. So it takes about 30 feet to climb up, but you're able to kind of get a look in, and you see
I technically have
The-
40 feet of movement.
you technically see you see some bookshelves. You don't see too far in, but you see a large sort of ottoman-looking thing and wood floors. But you see some bookshelves right below. You don't see a
Is-
whole lot.
So this is still the first floor, not the floor the dragon
First
came
floor,
in.
yes.
Okay. And that's all I can do as a spider for now.
Okay. Darius.
So probably gonna do the same thing and just scoot up forward. So 60 feet.
Okay. All right.
How about, can I get over here?
You can, yes.
Okay.
Can you get me a perception while you're sitting there, Various, as you pass by the pillars?
Sure, 1 second. That's Bellowa. This is Various.
Oh, random question. Is
Yes.
the window broken?
No.
Damn.
Various, you kind of see Rose is looking something on the ground, and you kind of trace the pieces into this grassy area, and you see what looks to be a torso, a marble statue torso just laying in the ground, broken into pieces.
Oh.
You don't know where the rest of it is.
He's not going to raise his voice because they're still sort of out in the open.
Mm-hmm. You can at least assume, looking at the map, the places that are walled off have a roof. So you're not completely out in the open. You're kind of undercover right now. But your voice does echo in these halls.
Oh!
Oh, what was that?
I've now drinking 8 bottles of wine.
Yeah. That's a lot of wine.
That's a lot of wine. Hang on.
Is Flix
I'm
gonna
still good.
Flix is still good.
but is Flix gonna need to take a bathroom break?
That's a good
Probably. At some point.
I'm sorry. You're guessing that he hasn't already.
This is true.
Anyway, Various, what are you going to do with that information that you literally see a crumbled statue, torso statue in the grass?
Can he see any signs of other petrified pieces?
You can kind of see something past the pillars here, but you can't quite make out any definitive shape.
I can't move that way yet, but he's probably gonna head that way next turn.
Okay. Flix.
All right.
Still moving along, drinking your bottles.
Yeah, he's drinking his bottles of wine. He is going to.
You're starting to slowly realize that you're getting a tolerance to the liquor
I know.
that you're drinking.
I need to get something harder, it looks like.
Yeah, you need to get something harder.
I need something harder. I have to bring like 7 of Auntie's friggin' special drink. Just have her cork them for me.
Yes, you can do
This
that.
stuff is just not
That's a
working.
terrifying thought.
It's gonna be
Listen,
great.
you know who you need to talk to?
Great.
There's at least one of the. I think one of the positives is Brewer, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So have fun.
Oh man, I can't wait to find that positive. It's gonna be great.
Is that all you're doing, Flix?
Yeah, he'll just sort of like move up with our game.
You do notice that Various is splitting away from Tibbs. Tibbs seems to be moving forward.
Yeah, he's gonna check on Varys to make sure everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything good? We're no problems. We're all good here now.
Various points at the torso.
I'll take some more drink of wine.
Yeah,
So that happened.
That is the torso of a statue on the ground.
So that's a thing. Cool.
Tibbs, you kind of see everyone's breaking away from you as you're moving forward. All while feeling like you've been shot in the veins with an energy drink.
I mean, I did it myself, so.
Oh, shit, there he goes.
That's not me. That's someone else.
Oh, that's
measuring
me
that
drawing the lines because I feel like he's going to be dumb.
Feel or know Tiberius very well because
I'm not Freys. I wouldn't be that mean and say it out loud.
Oh, into the darkness.
Into the darkness indeed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your full movement if you want to be crazy.
he's gonna go to the point that he can actually see the rest of the opening.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see pretty far into these rooms. Or at least to the walls. There we go. You can actually see, at least from where you're standing, the brief outlines of couches on the other sides of the rooms. But you see an open air area right in front of you, and you can see some pillars. But you also see wood paneling on the ground with markings.
Markings?
Yeah, kind of swirly wind-like markings.
Okay. Tiberius is gonna call out over his shoulder because it's Tiberius as loud as he can. Hey, there's some furniture over here.
And after you say that, you can kind of hear rumbling up above you.
It's not important.
Yep.
He still has almost a full dash action. He can, well, not a full dash action, but pretty darn close.
Yeah, you're looking at about another 5 squares, eh?
You
Yeah,
only
right in the
used
center.
65 out of your 120.
Okay. And you can kind of see there's an open. Hold on.
Yeah,
where's
you
my
could.
reveal?
Oh, geez, you could go far.
And you kind of look into what looks to be an open air, kind of circular area, surrounded by several pillars.
I mean, if things arrives, I'm just gonna book it in a direction. That's safe, right?
Sure, you can think that.
Sure, why not?
I'm going to hell.
Yes.
And then is that your action? You also see up ahead of you in this clearing that seems to have a floor similar to the one that you were just in, but it seems to have a curious kind of marking on the bottom of it that looks like a dragon.
That's the wild magic. He's casting magic armor on himself.
Okay.
That's it. That's his turn.
Alrighty. Rose. You saw Various kind of go past you and stop suddenly, and then you hear him kind of talking to Flix that he saw something in the grass over this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm... Where's in the grass there?
No.
You can't see it currently.
Now,
'Cause
could we hear the rumbles?
You could.
Oh.
After hearing Tiberius yell back at you.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
In that case, I'm going to prioritize that. Rose is going to dash back over to this corner.
Okay.
And start looking towards this direction.
Alright, and go ahead and give me a perception when you get there. This one's pretty obvious, but you see what looks to be a statue kind of sitting in the center of the hall right about here. And it looks to be frozen in a state of panic. It looks to be a primordial, or it was.
Well, crap.
And you do notice that it's crumbling a little bit.
So is its soul still intact?
No.
If anyone's wondering why there's not a lot of commotion around here, I think we just found Exhibit A of that.
Yeah, I think we figured it out.
I can't hear you.
Alright, now it'll be my turn.
Alright. Alright, Freya. You basically were able to look into what looked to be a library.
Yeah. Oh, I also have dash, so for now I'll just move there to do half of my movement speed. Bring out the ruler so I can help you with the distance of seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Just more open area. Well, let's do another.
More open area.
Then. Other. Oh crap. There.
And
Pull it
you
back out,
see more
another-
building. No.
Oh, I'm just kiting the outside then.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh dang it! I should have went the other way around. Recon, and that's all my movement. I can't cast spells.
Okay.
As Spooter.
Alright, Various. You just heard what Rose found.
As soon as the rumbles start, Bella is going to step towards Flix and Truffles and probably try to scoop up Flix. Now, Flix, do you want to resist this, or...
No. No, he doesn't.
He is drunk.
And
Which is
is
happy.
going to take the rest of their move action, which I'm guessing is 55 feet,
Mm-hmm.
to try and carry them into the relative safety of a narrow corridor.
Okay.
Well, sort of close to the narrow corridor.
And Tibbs, you can kind of see Bellua starting to come into view.
Oh, good.
And
And he's carrying Flix. So make sure you move your token with Flix.
no, don't want token settings. Stop that.
Yeah. And pick. Is that your turn, Various?
Yep, that's pretty much all I can do.
Flix, you are now kind of being bridal carried by Bellua.
Ah, yes. This is normal. No. I will. Let me see here. Flix is just gonna stay in Bellio's arms. It's good. Gonna keep drinking.
Okay. Tibbs.
Yes. All right. So I can move 120 feet, I believe, is the calculation.
Mm-hmm.
That way.
Okay.
60 feet that way.
And you actually come into what looks to be a massive, kind of a library in a way. Kind of a large
Boring.
relaxation room in a way.
Really? This is where Varys would want to be.
The couches are huge.
Are there any?
But as you kind of come into this room, you notice that there are several figures here. They're not moving, though.
Mm,
They look to be various humanoid figures and the like, but they seem to all be frozen. There's at least 2 on this couch. They look to have been mid-chatting. There is one that had been standing, but looks to be split in half with one part of the body on the floor and the leg still standing. And you see a few more shadowy figures off in the distance.
You say shadowy figures off in the distance,
Yes, but they're not moving.
but they're shadowy.
Yes.
In figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And you see, well, actually, hold on. That was not reveal. You see more bookshelves, indeed. What is your, okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
oh my goodness.
And yeah, you look to see that there are there is at least one figure right here that was mid in the way of putting a book on the shelf. The book is still in their hand, but they're frozen. All of the figures are pure white like marble. Like statues.
Someone was talking about something about this. If only I'd been paying attention. Oh, well. Wait, was Tiberius paying attention? I believe that's an insight roll.
That's an insight, was he?
Dear.
Oh yeah, he was paying attention. He kind of briefly seems to look at all the figures. It's like, that's probably nothing. And then it kind of sort of dawns on him, that kind of crushing, guttural feeling of, oh, these people are dead.
Oh, yours go down.
Oh. Twin.
Oh.
I still
Mhm.
love that Tiberius.
And
moved.
even more so, as you're kind of sitting there thinking about it, you realize that these people had been in the middle of their everyday lives before they just died. Just turned into statues. Yeah,
As
so
far
it's-
as I can move, I'm done for my turn, but now I'm going to return to the party.
it's like suddenly scared. All right, Rose, you're up.
Various turns back to Rose and's like, inside now.
Rosa will not in agreement there, and it's just going to, again, dash action. I think it's from over there. Hold on, let me just... I think they're
Can
playing...
you s-
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, just... And on in there at this point.
And you see this area is covered, but it's more of a dome-like shape, but it's a solid ceiling of stone, and you kind of see like carvings of like wispy mountains and islands, and on the floor you kind of see a large kind of a wooden indent with a nice swirly pattern that is the pattern of wind.
Alright, do I still hear any noises above us?
No, you don't. Not yet.
Hmm. Alright, yeah, I'm good then.
At the top of the round, I'd like you all to kind of make a perception.
Alrighty.
You mean by kind of make a perception to make a perception?
Yes, sorry.
Random question.
Yes.
Grammar!
As the giant wolf spider, I have a +3 to perception. Do I add the +3 to the +5 to what I have?
I'd say yes.
Okay, so +8. Holy cow.
Plus one for each
It's
eye.
technically you.
More eyes equals more better.
Oh, I
You're,
needed
you're
it.
gonna, yeah,
You
you're gonna.
needed to, yeah. The only ones who don't really see or hear anything are Tibbs and Flicks. Flicks because he's drinking, and Tibbs because he is currently petrified and surrounded by dead people. Literally.
Petrified is not a good term at this point.
That was intentional. But you all kind of suddenly hear the flapping of wings, and you hear a roar, as you also then hear the rumbling again as you suddenly, you don't really see anything because you're covered by a roof, but you hear roaring, and you hear crackling thunder.
Do I see anything? I'm technically outside.
You do, but since you're kind of impeded by the roofs a little bit, you only see a brief glimpse of what looks to be a black and green dragon going above the temple.
Oh. A familiar black and green dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Frias, it is now your turn.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yeah, connecting the dots now.
Is this why Frias was not willing to tell Various what her friend was?
Oh.
Potentially. Who's to say?
So, how high are the walls again?
At least heading to the roof, I'd say about 60 to 70 feet. Pretty high up. Because the roof does slant, and there is a gap between the end of the slant and the wall.
70, I won't make it to the roof.
Beings get down. You can't tell if the statues are magical, they just seem dead. Like as if everything was drained out of them, Tibbs.
Even with my eyes. Oh, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to start up the wall to get to the roof.
Is this
Okay, just so you know, you can't actually get back onto the roof. There is a huge overhanging.
Oh, okay then. Never mind. Gotta move.
This is
that
also because the
back.
second floor is not done yet, sorry.
I wasn't gonna have you reveal it. I was just gonna be like, oh, Imagination Land. I'm
Mhm.
on the roof. Basically, I was gonna see if I could try
Mhm.
going over top and then hoping this area was open to try regrouping, but
You do see that there is kind of an alleyway over here, though.
okay, I'll go check out that alleyway. Whoop.
Okay, and then
Keep track of how long that was. Oh, exactly one movement. Perfect.
15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 35,
So is this a
40.
callback to the original, like the original concepts of the positives and negatives?
Now think about the characters in Aether Eternius you know that are black and green.
I can think of one major
And they're a
one.
dragon.
Yep, I already got it.
Mm-hmm.
40, 45, 50, 55,
Oh,
60.
shit.
There you go.
I really hope the Lord is fine.
And you do see an opening, what looks like a bunch of pillars. So since you can
Oh.
see that they're all connected.
Okay.
No, I
and-
wasn't meaning the dragon. I was meaning the sucked all the life out of the statue.
Mhm. Yes, it is. Yes,
But
it
yeah,
is.
that's all I can do for right now.
We'll be fine, Various.
Actually, no.
Perfectly fine.
Since Spider isn't helpful anymore, she goes back to normal. She's
Okay.
back to Freya's, and no, nothing's bonus. Nope. Yep, I'm done.
Okay. Various.
Gonna.
The most you heard was wing beats and a roar, and then rumbling up above you.
He's not willing to. He's continuing inside
Okay.
because he's mostly focused on just. He doesn't know what it is. He just knows that there's more issues in the fact that there were other creatures in the negative dungeon, or at least other beings. He's not willing to risk staying out in the open. So. No. And Bella's gonna tromp past Rose.
And you see Tibbs is in. You can see the library, at least down here. You can actually kind of smell books as well. It has a musty kind of library smell coming from both these rooms. And you can also see Tibbs as he's kind of staring at something.
Okay, Various is staying on task.
Still carrying flicks? Question
Yep.
mark.
Bella's got the flicks.
Don't worry, I'll move him. Keep him up. There you go. Hold on, they're not on
I'm
grid.
just
There we go.
imagining Flicks just leaned back all luxuriously with a bottle of wine.
Of course.
As
He's like, this is fine.
as the giant Wolpentinger monster is just like, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Okay. Flix, are you still just kind of observing and enjoying your free ride?
Yes. Yes, he is. And then some. I mean, by the time this is all done, Flix is going to be so in the bag that whenever they meet the giant dragon, he's pretty much going to like flip it off and then like do a dance.
But Flix, you do notice as you're kind of looking around, you're used to this place being a lot more lively. In fact, when you were last here, there was a ton of people. There were people coming to and from, and you notice that it's very
Place
quiet.
is empty now. Not as hot.
The place feels
Disappointed.
very empty.
All the pretty girls are gone. Disappoint.
Tips. But yeah, your eyes do kind of reveal that these things have just been sucked dry. No life force, no magic,
No magical
Dead.
radiation whatsoever.
nothing.
So, like Sonic the Hedgehog,
In fact, Tips, can you roll me a quick perception on something before you head back there?
dang it. Oh no.
More lemon pledge.
Oh no.
He's ignoring it.
No,
He's ignoring it. Yep.
You don't notice it. That's fine. In fact, Various, since he's passing you, go ahead and roll me a perception. Because this is something you would notice.
Oh no.
Neither of you notice. Okay. Never mind.
Tiberius will stop right beside Various. Reminder, he is in haste at the moment, and he's going to ramble on about how the figures down there are statues and they have nothing going on with them, and there's no magic, and there's absolutely nothing going on.
So, like, kind of Tiberius, but on if you press fast forward.
Yeah, pretty much.
That
Tiberius
was
on
way
steroids.
too good.
And
That
he's-
was way too spot on.
the thing is, he's also doing the hand gestures.
He's being Turbo Tibbs.
And the best part is, I was
Tip.
doing hand gestures when I was doing that.
Tibbs, Tiberius.
Yes. Slow down.
We've been. Now he needs sunglasses. He's even got glasses.
He does.
But no, we've seen statues. We've seen them.
Tiberius is going to be pointing to his eyes, pointing to the statues, pointing to his eyes, pointing to the statues, and then in the fast-forward voice doing the equivalent of, they have nothing. You don't seem to understand. I'm trying to tell you, this is not good.
Okay, they're dead. Okay, not just petrified.
There's no magic whatsoever. Anything that is breathing has magic. Even things that don't have breathing has magic.
You know, I can
So
hear you from over here.
He doesn't mean it as an insult this time.
This time.
So are we able to form the hypothesis that it's eating magic?
There's nothing left for it to eat.
Yes, but it might do something to us.
Oh, heavens, yes. Oh no.
And he looks to the others. Is it a safe assumption?
Sure, she's probably a whore anyway.
I'm sorry, what?
Wow.
Flix has no idea what's going on right now. He's just hammered.
What does I say drank?
10,
Enough.
9, 8.
At
Yes.
least 8. And
Follow
he-
the line of corks. You'll understand.
Yeah, all the
He
corpse.
he just takes a moment to blink at Flix, look back at Tiberius to see if he understands, and then look to Rose.
And a character, who are we talking about?
That's a good question.
Yeah, but are we talking about a certain person turning them to statues yet? Okay, no. Cool.
No.
So Varius is saying that since Tiberius is saying the statues are completely drained of everything, that is it a safe assumption to assume that the creature that did it eats magic?
Ah, so my whore comment was right then.
I mean,
I
think
certainly
about
hope not. I like magic.
think about the fact that it tackled Amadeus' island. Like, how much magic is in all those tomes there?
And
It probably thought it was about to do a feeding frenzy.
and Varius looks at Rose and, how much are you composed of magic?
Oh, I'd say about 85%.
Rose?
Last I checked, this was 100% pure mana going through these veins, relatively speaking.
Oh no. Rose, you may want to. This may be a situation where your particular makeup is not congruent with your continued existence.
Tiberius is going to take a quote-unquote slow look at Bellula, slow look at Varius, slow look at Bellula, slow look at Varius, and this is all in hyper speed, and then he's going to just tap his foot like 100 times.
What?
He's saying
Speaking of
that
creatures
Hard's
of pure
gonna drink
magic.
you.
Speaking of creatures of pure magic.
On the upside, Bellua is at least able to be resummoned.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing to say. You're going to make your thing get resummoned. You're going to kill it, and then you're going to resummon it. It has a personality. You know that, don't you?
Oh my god, shut up! No one cares what you think anymore!
Oh.
Obviously, someone's had one too many bottles.
You
Wait.
ramble and ramble and ramble and nobody cares!
Listen, this is not the time for an argument. Rose, come in here.
Disturbance in the force. Yeah, they're probably being loud enough that you can probably hear. Their voices are echoing.
So, I'm guessing it's Rose's turn, since we're just talking.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, do.
Okay, we need to to plan a bit. And no fighting. We need to... I don't think that taking this thing head on is the best decision. But the fact is, what can we do to deal with it?
Well, the one option I can think of was that when I hit with that necrog earlier, it didn't seem to like that, so we at least know that there is something that it will recoil from.
That's something that I can aid with, if I can get close enough.
Otherwise, I mean, the point is that if all these people are already been drained, then essentially it's claimed this territory as its own, then, which means we're on its turf.
I mean, so long as there isn't a being of incredible magic here, then it should be, starved.
Mm.
Yeah, there's nobody here of pure magic. I think we're fine.
Rose?
Just gives a pointed look at Flex.
I don't think it's a good idea for you to approach this creature. Because it's very obvious that it's been draining your kin.
Now, you don't know that for certain. That's your assumption.
Yes, it's an assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Roll intimidation.
Look, if we're going based upon your reasoning that this thing is drawn to magic, I mean, look at me, look at you, look at Tibbs, look at Flix here. Like,
yes,
which
but
of us?
We do not have pure mana running through our veins.
No, of course not. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I have like 70% alcohol right now.
That's called alcohol poisoning, Flix.
Only if you're weak.
What I'm trying to get at here is that, say you remove me from the equation, it's going to go after the next juiciest target, so to speak.
So we use it as bait, is what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that we are all at some level of risk.
So
Bait.
we should probably try to find Frias.
Is Frias made of pure magic? Is she bait?
On that note there, Rose will pull out the setting stone then. Frias, you still with us there?
I was gonna wait till my turn to actually do that, but she'll respond, yeah, I hear someone. Their voice sounds very familiar, but I believe I'm heading your way. We have a new player in the field. We should probably stick to cover.
A new player?
Are they made of magic?
If you count another dragon, then yes.
Alright, well...
Why is there another one?
Alright, well anyways,
what did you do?
Anyways, we're inside the temple proper here, so yeah, definitely see if you can try to find some kind of egress from where you're at.
Alright, is that your turn, Rose?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, Frias, you're up.
Wild magic time!
Oh no.
Yeah!
Oh. What have you done?
I have failed every roll this round.
How could you?
So your next attack roll, please mark this on your sheets, because this is permanent until it happens. Your next attack roll has disadvantage. You suddenly kind of start casting your magic, but it fizzles out, and your limbs kind of feel weaker. So yeah, your next attack roll that you ever do is going to have disadvantage. I'm going to write that in my notes.
I have in my notes too. The first time I've edited it since October 10th. They're starting to get mildly upset. She just stays quiet to herself now, stuffing the stone back in her pocket and walking this way.
You see an open plaza. No no real roof on it. But you can see pillars. And what looks to be an entrance over here.
Well, she's just working on getting into at least the cover, so... And I can't move anymore because I tried magic, so...
Okay. Various.
He's going to look around. So, what should we... How do we approach this? And what sort of new player can we expect?
How much magic is in their body? Is it 7? Is it 7 magic?
Does somebody have...
Freya's put her stone away. She can't hear anything right now. She's upset.
Why is she upset?
She's gotten 3 wild magic rolls. She's wondering what the hell is going on.
We also need to sober Flix up.
No, we don't. Flix is great.
Various sighs heavily and is pacing a little bit.
You notice that the sounds of rumbling have stopped and everything goes back to being deathly quiet.
Well, it's not like any of us can go elsewhere right now, then.
We could start to make our way up. We should really try and figure out where Amadeus and the others are. Or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, speaking of don't they have one of those stones on them as well?
Yes. The question is, can they respond?
I believe only Amadeus has a stone.
Mm-hmm.
But he's more means like...
He's trying to
Are
be
they
quiet
in a...
probably right now.
Yeah, are they in a situation where they can talk?
When I said there was nothing left, what did you not understand, Various?
You see Various thump his foot once. Fine, what do you suggest?
These poor slops are dead. I suggest we kill the thing that killed them and make sure that we don't turn into these wonderful and handsome statues ourselves.
Yes, that's the end plan, but the question is, how do we achieve it?
Well, if there's a dragon flying around, wait till it starts feeding off of it and then kill it.
Mommy,
Why? Yes.
what's your name?
What the?
I don't know what the name is. I think you need to get ready for bed. Stop playing with the thread.
Aww.
We'll have to take a 15-minute pause to put them to bed quickly.
We can if you like.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to have to take a...
Just to put them down quickly.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Usually the sleeper holds faster than that.
I mean,
Oh.
I mean, Various, it is still your turn, so we can continue acting on your turn until we get to them.
Okay, he's going to... He's gonna look to Rose and be like, how... I know that it seems like I'm fussing over details, but the fact is we didn't have as much luck putting it down the first time. I'm trying to consider our best options for putting it down this time without ending up dead.
Now, you do remember Amadeus told you that they're coming here for reconnaissance to find a way around doing that. You remember that was why they're here. It just happened to follow you back.
I misunderstood. I thought they were looking for a different way to end it. And he's going to he's gonna pace a little bit, and he seems very flustered and out of sorts.
Is that your turn?
I mean, probably end of turn, but I guess we can keep talking.
You can keep talking, yes.
Alright, well, I mean, let's just assess the situation here then. You got a bunch of statues of formerly living primordials. So we know what the end result is when it's been exposed to this creature for too long. And we did see that it went up towards the top as well then. So we always can reason from that this is some kind of roost for the creature for the time being.
Yes. Question is, is there anything we can do? Is there any obvious weakness?
Besides,
Necrotic.
yeah, so far that's the only confirmed weakness we have. Are aware of against it. But the point is that Amadeus figured that, I mean, Amadeus himself said that storm with that creature in here, it went over to Wind Temple. He scared away most of them, scared away the ruler, and then of course, as we've seen, I guess, fed upon those that weren't fortunate enough to get away. Then
The question is, how did something that big manage to get in here?
That's not really the question. These things can manifest out of the guild being assholes.
No, I see Lee. He's asking.
Sorry. I thought we were theorizing.
No, they've been talking, and so Various is probably gonna start coming in here to take a closer look at some of these statues.
Okay.
Also, welcome back.
Make sure you move Belua wherever you want to move him, or is he gonna stay there?
Probably gonna stay there and just
Okay.
pat Flix on the head.
And Flix is still just draped in Belua's arms. Would you like to do anything, Flix?
Flix is going. So there's statues everywhere. You're saying?
And you
Or
notice
the
that Various
statues in
has
another room.
or another room.
Okay. Flix is gonna pull out his guitar and just start sort of strumming a little tune about how we're all gonna die, and this was a stupid plan. And he blames the harlot who's not here that caused all of this by taking you guys on a bad adventure. And how this is not the way his life was supposed to be.
Tibbs, you are now being subjected to Flix's singing.
Not for long.
Don't you dare!
You are drunk, sir.
Don't you dare! My singing is beautiful!
I believe Cats in Heat have better tunes.
Lies and slander.
Oh,
And
Okay.
as I'm still within my haste, that's where I go.
Okay.
And he's going to be explaining all of the different statues as he's going by, being like, look at this one.
And Various
The
is
head-
kind of
the
staring on
head is
like,
missing.
what?
The head is missing. Look at the head. The head is not here.
Various, you do indeed see the statue that looks to have been split in half with the torso on the ground, the leg still standing over there. The two figures on the couch, one of them looks to be crumbling. And of course, you see shadowy figures off in the distance. One that looks to be like it was putting a book away and then froze midway.
Is there anything unusual about the crumbling statues?
Not that you can notice from where you're at, not without looking at them closer.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that later.
Rose, you are now being subjected to Flix's singing.
Well, first of all, we'll just get this out of the way.
What are you trying to do?
I'm casting a spell.
Oh boy.
So that was for wild magic.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Good. Okay, good. In that case, I am casting. Well, I'm starting myself because I'm not having any part of this concert, and I'm gonna start heading north.
Yeah, everyone's running away from you now, Flix.
Dang it.
So let's see. So that is
Fine, I'm gonna go for my own group with blackjack and hookers.
So
You do have Belua with his big floppy ears.
All right, so
Yeah,
that gives
he's
me
kinda cold
dad.
friendly.
So
Oh, you get up to 80.
Yeah, 80, but I already used an action to cast a spell, so I can at least move 40.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that would put me correct up here. And got my vision of 60 then.
Alright, thank you. Like that. And there. And you see a similar room to the one that's below. In fact, you actually see more figures in this room. There's at least 5 that are on this ottoman, or were. One looks to be, you see at least the legs and a pile of white dust next to it, as well as an arm sticking out of it. And other various statues in various states of decay.
Wait, these statues are various?
Oh no!
Oh my god,
You
it's
know
all
what I
different time-lock
mean.
variances.
Oh my god.
Anyway, there's at least 5 statues that, or at least 4.5
Like that
on the
could never
ottoman.
happen to Fairy.
You see about 2 or 3 on each of the sofas, and they're all in different states of decay.
Neat. I want to check something here just a moment. We're just mainly seeing what I have available as possibly a bonus action, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, I'm actually good. That'll be my turn then.
Okay. Frius, you hear Flix's singing from there, because it's echoing.
Well,
And he
A little
sounds like
bit
he's
of-
putting on a miserable concert.
a little bit of masochism, a little bit of pain.
Have you ever seen The Wedding Singer?
Oh, thank freaking goodness.
Have you ever seen The Wedding Singer?
Yeah.
The movie with Adam Sandler? Okay, you know the song he's singing about somebody kill me, please? That's pretty much what Flix is doing right now.
Okay, so let me get you a little token.
Give me my token, buddy.
Here's your token, buddy. We'll just be using that from now on. Let me allow you to use it. Controlled by
Is that who I think it is?
There we are.
There you go.
And first things first, it's 1d6.
It is! It's the
Yay!
Mhm.
Yay.
Yes, take your time.
And then... Well, not very far, but... Badoop.
And from there you can see more walls, more pillars. Somebody kill me, yes.
That is the equivalent of Flix's barding right now.
Okay, Various, you're up.
Oh, where? Sorry, I was looking at the clip.
It's okay.
Where are the statues that are the one that's crumbling and the one that's not?
There's one that was basically split in half and is crumbling over here. And there's 2 statues over here. One of them looks to be starting to crumble while the other isn't.
Okay, so he's going to come over here and take a closer look at these.
Roll me a Arcana. Okay, you're kind of able to get a little bit closer to one of the statues, at least the one that's crumbling. You kind of reach out to get a better feel of it, and as you touch it, it breaks away, like very brittly, almost like if it's made of dust. Not so much a statue, at least not anymore. At least the part that breaks off kind of crumbles easily. It looks almost porous compared to a more solid statue.
So is
And-
he able to? Oh,
And you're kind of able to understand, it's like, maybe these things start as statues, but as decay sets in, they become more brittle and just collapse over time. Because it's almost as if something was drained away.
okay. Now, can he see anything else from where he is?
No, same thing as always. He does see lots of books on the shelves, scrolls and the like, but that's about it.
Anything interesting or that stands out?
Not really, no.
Okay. And that would be my turn.
Flix, yeah, everyone's kind of ditched you except for Bellua, who is still holding you.
Dang it. Bunch of traitors. Fine. I'm gonna go and look around myself for stuff.
Well, mine wasn't by choice. Don't rope me into this.
Wait.
You guys left me.
No, you launched yourself on a dragon.
And you kind of go into this open air plaza, and you see there's a bunch of pillars, and a hallway up ahead. But you see a very strange shimmering golden glow coming from here too.
Oh. Well then.
And you do indeed see Frius.
Oh.
See
He sees the
pillars.
glitter. He sees the glitter.
It's not glitter, it's just glowing.
He sees the glitter.
What's going on out here? This is a dragon.
There's a dragon carving on the floor. Flix, since you have been here, you know this is kind of the pathway that leads up to the 2nd floor and the Windlord's chamber.
Oh. Hey, maybe she's home. Da, 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 da,
As you
da.
kind of reach that point,
Whoa,
you see
whoa, what are you doing with your distance?
Yeah, how far are you able to
sorry.
move?
Yeah, you could only go 60, which is
Sorry.
literally right at the end of the tapestry
Yeah,
or the dragon. Yeah, you're at 60. You're good.
yeah, you're good. Yeah, you can't go that far.
Suddenly becomes an athletic sprinter.
All right, Tibbs, what are you doing?
Is Tiberius paying attention to anything I'm putting down?
You are Tiberius.
Sorry, is Varius paying any attention to anything that Tiberius is putting down?
He is he did stop to look around, so after he touched the statues. So he is looking sort of in your old... gosh darn it, I read he old and said you're old. In your direction.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Not much else in this room can actually, you know,
Yeah, you see more and more books. You see another figure on that ottoman that has almost completely crumbled to dust. Only thing left is maybe a foot. And you see a large window about 30 feet high over here. Here. And here. Kind of pouring in light from the outside.
and there's nothing on the outside of the window, right?
Nothing on the outside, no. They're not broken or anything. They look in pristine condition.
And nothing
Like
is
everything
hungry
here.
looking in.
I can't hear you quite.
I bet nothing is hungrily looking in.
I'm
It's-
listening to you through.
Oh, sorry, and nothing is hungrily looking in.
No.
Okay. At that point, he will return to his previous position because he's explored as far as he can over here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Rose.
All right. So I'm going to... Let's do this. I'm going to take a closer look in. 5, 10, 15, 20... the... So I'm going to do half... I am doing dash action. I'm doing half of my movement at the moment to get a
Okay.
closer look.
And you're starting to see a bit more of the room. You're seeing several more figures in various states of decay. There's at least 2 over here. There's one over here that looks to have been carrying something, but their arms have fallen off and are now on the ground in a pile of dust and books. You see what looks to be an animal-looking figure that's partially decayed as well.
Oh.
It's a morbid sight. This place has been quite active.
Not Tarrasque-esque, right?
It's more dragon-looking.
That's not a Tarrasque. I'll take it.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah.
Going to, in that case, continue the rest of my 40.
Okay. Let me reveal. And of course, you can kind of see up ahead more books, more shelves. You do see a window up ahead, high up on the wall, as well as onto the sides.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go ahead and reveal that.
So the figure that was like approximately over here that had the arms fall off.
Mhm.
Am I able to see what kind of books it was carrying?
You'd have to sift through the dust
Oh, I see.
because they're
Wonderful.
currently kind of covered.
Oh boy. Wonderful decomposed / slowly deteriorating, or quickly deteriorating in this case.
All right.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, that's my action. That'd be my turn then right now.
Freeze, you can actually see Flix now.
We thunk. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Yeah. And then more movement. We right there. All right. Freyas is not looking happy. She's she's basically covered in dirt, a little bit of tar, and she's just like walking into the center, looks over at Flix, and just a single hand up in the air as if she sees him, but hand back down, and is just with a little creature on her head.
Poor Freeze. Yeah, she hasn't had a good time. Various, the chunk that you had pulled off of the statue, it is crumbling in your hand and kind of falling through your fingers like sand. It's kind of gross.
I don't know if you'd hear them, but the kids are starting to scream again, so...
Yeah, I heard him.
Okay.
Darius?
Oh,
Yeah, I said that the part of the statue you had broken off was now crumbling and like kind of like flowing through between your fingers like sand.
he watches for a moment and finally shakes his head a little bit and starts to move forward and is looking for anything that looks unusual.
To you, it almost feels like everything stopped. Like everything has been frozen. Like whatever was happening happened so suddenly that no one realized what had happened.
At least it was quick.
It was quick. Yes. You can at least make that assumption.
Belua, meanwhile, is going to trail after Flix, but Various looks around for a long moment and sighs heavily,
Mhm.
rubbing his chin and glancing towards Tibbs. Find anything?
Other than more statues and things that have been completely deposed of all magic? No.
Is that your turn?
I think so, yeah.
All right, Flix, you see Freya's. They look worse for wear.
Ugh. That's terrible. You look terrible. I cast prestidigitation to make her look pretty again.
Wild magic, please.
Is it D100?
D100, yes.
I'm scared.
Oh, thank
Okay, you're
goodness.
fine. You're fine. Yeah, you can very easily kind of cast a little bit of prestidigitation on them to kind of clean them up just a little bit.
There you go. Now you're at least presentable. Let's go see her lordship. Because she's hot.
Oh,
She's just gonna look at all the dirt and everything falling off, just like maybe a cut or something on her hand. And she's gonna be like, thank you. That sounds much better than how my day's been going.
And she's
Tips?
gonna keep going. She's gonna keep going towards the
Mhm.
the lady's.
Well, there's nothing here that'll turn him to a statue, so returning to the main foyer seems to be our best option. So he's going to make a verbal note to Various to hurry his tail up and get back to the rest of the group.
Yep. As he speeds off.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes. I am going to go. I'm going to sift through the pile of quote-unquote dust to look at those books.
So go ahead and roll me a survival.
Oh, how am I with that stat?
It's just to see how much dust you get off.
Oh, I guess it's not too
It's
bad.
kind of buried. Okay. You kind of cringe a little bit as you kind of begin to push aside. It literally feels like sand at this point off of the book, and you kind of gently take the book by its bindings and kind of give it a little shake as a bunch of the dust-like sand kind of falls out, and it's like, oh, dead people, dust. And you kind of get a glance at the cover, and it says "Color of the Four Winds."
Huh. So I kind of look around to the bookshelves here. I'm just trying to get an idea of what kind of material in general they were keeping around here.
There's all kinds of books. It's hard to go through them. These shelves are, I would say, very tall, almost as tall as the ceiling. Like the windows are basically outlined by the bookshelves. It's hard to tell.
All right, and where was the animal-like one?
It's over here.
All right. Let's
It
see.
looked to have been laying on one of the pillows, but yeah.
Am I able to reach it on this turn?
How far can you go?
Let's see. I can.
80 total if he dashes, but he used his action, so
Yeah.
only 40.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and. Yeah, I'll say probably this turn was a normal movement, so I moved like about 20, so I can move 20 more. Right there.
Okay. Are you keeping the book with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of holding on to the book right now. It's just Rose is just trying to get some gears turning about some things here right now.
Okay. I'm just making that my notes because I gotta make sure you have it. Freus.
Freya's is going to nod, but step in front of Flix and at least go here. That isn't my full movement yet, but stopping there to look.
Get to that point, you are greeted with something that seems to be covering the entrance ahead of you. You just see these wavering patterns of gold and chains covering the entire entryway.
Oh, good.
I want to take one step forward and then just obviously look these ways.
Frius, I need you to roll
Oh no.
an intelligence save.
Reyes,
Oh.
why would you go towards the giant thing of FU?
I was hoping I'd be far enough away.
Okay, you make the save. You feel the same kind of aura radiating from this barrier as the creature did, and you get the instinct to back away from it. It's very similar to the aura that was permeating from the creature that you took a point of corruption from.
She will take a step forward. Flix will see her shudder, turn around, walk a little bit back, and be like, she just shakes her head. She's done. She's shaking her head.
Was she too pretty? She's too pretty, wasn't she?
Flix, you can actually see the barrier from here. It's like churning and moving, and it's kind of freaky.
It's alive.
That's not normal. That's
No.
not normal. Prius, what'd you do?
That's not normal.
I didn't do anything, but I do
That wasn't there
notice-
before. What did you do?
Apparently wild magic myself multiple times. I really don't like it here.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. That's bad. It hurts.
She lifts up her arms. You see she's actually struggling, like fighting her own strength. She's like, "Yeah, I know, dear. I know."
Okay, you look like you're sore. Is it my turn yet?
Oh, actually, because still got the buddy.
That makes you heal.
Yay!
Feel a little bit better.
Slowly getting there.
All right. Varys, you are now in the room alone.
Did it go? So, rather than hurting his tail back, he watches Tiberius take off. Then he just can't help himself.
No.
And he
Yeah.
goes over and starts looking through the tomes, looking for something that would be particularly forbidden where he's from, or interesting or useful.
You see a lot of different books. Like, we're talking fiction, nonfiction. You see scrolls, you see biographies, you see bestiaries, you see all kinds. They're not even sorted.
Okay, he's
You're in a doctor's waiting room. They're just all piled everywhere.
so does he need to do
So just
anything?
give me a random 150, 1 out of 150 roll.
Okay, he's gonna nab because that was a nat 1. He's gonna nab at least 2.
Okay.
So
Oh.
and should I
Okay.
roll a second one?
Yes.
Are you sure this isn't a half-price bookstore?
As you kind of pick up the first book, it has kind of a green cover, and the front of it says "Case of the Laughing Viper." It looks to be a mystery novel.
That's not concerning at all.
And the second one, you grab, kind of has a black, almost grayish cover, and it says "The Shadow in the Window." It seems to be a crime novel or a noir type.
He looks at these both for a moment and squints at them both. And
Funny
then-
enough, the crime noir book you picked up, you kind of turn to one page, kind of out of morbid curiosity, and see that it's written in a weird script language that you cannot understand,
he's
like
gonna
an alien script.
he's gonna drop both into his backpack and continue looking for something else that's in nonfiction.
All right, though, that's be on your next turn.
Yeah, I know. He's,
Flicks.
listen, he got a nat 1 on his save. He's
Okay. I'm gonna go over to Frias.
Bella would have scooted up a little closer. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
I'm gonna pick up Frias.
She will fight this.
All right, so contested strength.
Let me delete my message.
Jeez,
And-
Flix is strong.
Flicks
Oh,
when he's
he's what?
saving people, he's just like, I am the bear.
What do I roll?
Contested strength.
Oh, just regular strength or save?
Yeah. Strength or save doesn't really matter. It's the same roll technically.
I'll do save.
Ah, shit! Yeah, you're pretty much grappling with Flix as they're trying to pick you up, and you're like, no, no,
He just has a foot on his chest, like, no, step
yeah. Belly was kind of watching all this, like, what?
I imagine Truffles and the little Fae just like staring at each other.
Cross-eyed. Cross-eyed stare from the pig.
Poor pig.
Anything else, Flix?
Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm gonna charm person her.
Oh, roll wild magic first.
Okay.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Wait, how the tables have turned, Freyas.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
Oh.
Freyas is smart.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
This is gonna be bad.
No, we had 33 before, I think. It's okay. We're not dead.
What the fuck did Ingles? Okay, so you're trying to kind of cast your charming magic over Flix, over Frias Flix.
Yeah.
And you don't know if it's because you're drunk or it's the wild magic, but for some reason the magic backfires onto you, and
Oh, no!
you wound up casting Eagle Splendor for an hour on yourself instead. What does Eagle Splendor do?
What is that?
That's a dexterity advantage, I believe.
Hold on, 5e.
No, that's Feline's Grace.
Yeah, this is Eagle Splendor.
I'm guessing it lets you see far or something.
You suddenly become poised, articulate, and forceful, and you basically gain a +4 bonus to your charisma
So you
for
made
an
me even more
hour.
handsome. God damn
For-
it.
for an hour. And any charisma-based skill checks or uses the charisma modifier will now have a bonus for the increased charisma.
I see Flix Suave has arrived.
Flix Suave has arrived.
Flix Fabio.
Flixio.
Yeah, you suddenly feel a sudden surge of clarity, Flix, even though you've been drinking.
Whoa. I feel more handsome. I didn't think that was
Yep.
possible.
Oh god, the beer goggles are working in reverse.
They are.
You're working in reverse. Yep. All right.
All right.
Tibbs.
Movement speed? So there's a giant golden thing over there?
Mm-hmm. And you basically start trying to look down that hall because you see Flix and Freya's kind of conjugating over there, and your eyes are just assaulted by bright light.
Well, that can't happen. I'm going to try and dispel magic it.
No!
Oh dear lord.
I'm going to try and dispel magic it.
You can try.
You're
God
also
damn
talking
it.
from a tin can again.
Listen, did you hear the tone in Nova's voice?
It doesn't matter. This is Tiberius. He believes he can.
This is true.
Okay, you're fine. It casts. Tiberius. As you fire out your spell, it kind of travels out in this bolt of magic. However, it hits the barrier and it seems to ripple for a second. And it stops, almost like a rippling pool of water. And then it ripples again and fires the bolt of magic back at you. I need to do a reflex save.
You'll only lose haste, it's fine.
No, my speed.
That's not all it's gonna get dispelled. I'll warn
No.
you.
No. No,
The only-
Nova.
Yes.
No, Nova.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay. You're able to kind of see this coming, and you dodge 10 feet to the side as this bolt of magic shoots past you like a freaking heat-seeking missile, and just keeps traveling and going until it vanishes out of your sight.
Also, you have your muting backwards. You're muting when you're talking.
My bad.
And you're kind of sitting there like,
He missed it!
shot your spell back at you.
Freya's just saw Tibbs fire something, and then it got fired back. She isn't surprised.
So how you feeling about that, Tibbs?
Angry.
Are you gonna go up and punch it now?
I'd like to also point out I technically had advantage on that dex roll, but the first roll was fine.
Yeah, that was pretty much your golden there. Is that all you're gonna do?
Other than give it a few choice words in Hopolition, yeah.
Oh boy, he's cursing at it.
Just sounds like when rabbits, like,
Chitter.
I'm just imagining ravenous chittering.
Yeah.
It's chittering and chuffing from a rabbit, yes.
That's what Various is basically doing when he makes those noises. Is he's saying something in Hopolition?
So, Rose, you're up. You kind of briefly turn back and see something shoot through the hall, and that's it. It's kind of hard to miss a bolt of magic just hurling past.
No screaming yet. Anyways, I am going to make my way over to that one creature here.
Okay.
And, well, let's see. It's already statuesque. You know what, for the hell of it, I'm going to try to cast Mending on it.
Now, for mending, you have to touch it.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
You're going to touch it.
Oh boy, this sounds like you're gonna pick up a mimic at this point.
Nope, gonna poke it. It turns to sand before you even do the spell.
Yeah, I am touching it.
Okay. Go ahead and try mending.
Oh,
You're fine.
Alright.
You kind of hover your hand over the statue, and you start to channel magic into it, but you realize that as it sort of graces the dust itself, the magic just dies. As if any time a little spark of it touches the statue, it just dissipates.
Should we be worried about Rose's hands, considering he was digging through some dust of this, and it's made of pure magic?
He'll be
Nah, it's fine. Don't
He'll have
worry.
They'll just have stubs for arms. What's the problem?
We can call him
So
Stubbs
I'd
McGee.
like you to also, because Rose, you kind of pull your hand back from that. I would like you to roll a quick perception.
Okay.
Hook hands roast is what we used to call.
No, everything seems fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's all good here now.
Your skin is normally white. It's fine.
Oh, did I always have 3 fingers or 4?
You're fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, you know, you can't move the fingers, but that's probably because of arthritis. Wait, you don't have bones.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just going to give a little forlorn sight at, or sigh at that experiment failing, and yeah, that's just basically my turn then.
Okay. Frias.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to grab me? Get... Flex, what are you... And she's just like... pretty much asking him what the hell he's doing, but still keeping him at bay.
What are you trying to do, Felix? Because you can still talk when you're on someone else's turn.
Felix, you're muted.
I am. Yeah, because I want to pick her up. The hell kind of question is that?
But yeah, no, Frias was asking Felix, so why are you trying to grab him?
To get you out of the way of danger, of course.
She's gonna look back at the barrier and be like, okay, whatever, and she is now willing to be picked up when it's his turn.
Haha, perfect.
She's done for the day.
So, Varys, can you make me a quick perception roll, please?
Oh no.
Okay, so as you're kind of reaching to look for another book, you kind of pause for a second, and the hand that had broken off a piece of the statue and let the sand fall through it, you notice has lost some color. And there's a weird tingling sensation in the tips
sorry.
of your fingers.
Wait, Varys' hand has lost color?
The one that he used to kind of look at over the statue with and was holding the piece of statue that he broke off.
Well, that's not good. Tiberius is all white.
I said various.
I know, but Tiberius wouldn't know because he's all white.
But yeah, you
My
notice
friend is
that
dying, but
it's more like the tips of your fingers and like kind of between it where the sand touched various, but you definitely feel like your hand's gotten a little numb and cold and it's lost a bit of color. You hadn't noticed this before because you were too focused on the books.
Okay, he's going to start cursing in Hopaletian and he's
It's
going
not-
to
It's not growing or anything, it's just a case of you just now noticed that the dust had that effect.
Okay. So it's not showing any signs of spreading?
No, just where it touched.
He's gonna grab one more book and run.
Okay, roll a random 150 for me. Okay, 47. Let's see, what do you get? You grab what you kind of get a glance at the title, and it says "Burnt Skies: How to Train Your Dragon for Flight."
So what did we have? We had something, the Vipers.
Curse of the Laughing Viper, a mystery novel, Shadow in the Window, a crime noir, and Burning Skies: How to Train Your Dragon to Fly.
Various is gonna be best dragon dad.
I've already written them down in my notes.
If he doesn't
Okay.
turn into a statue by the time this is done.
Yeah, he just grabs it, stuffs it in his pack, and starts bolting back and making and basically shouting, don't touch the statues.
They can't really hear you from all the way over there, sadly.
Yeah, and Bellua, meanwhile, had started to advance on the two while they were still sort of struggling and sort of looming like that's like a father coming up on their two kids who are fighting, like, you better stop fighting by the time I get over there.
Uh-oh.
Freya's already gave up. It's okay.
Which means it's Flick's turn. Giant Bunny is now towering over you, Flicks.
All right. Why is Bellula here?
He growls a little bit, looking between them, and his wings have sort of unfurled a bit to mantle.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I've got a beautiful lady here. I need to be a hero. So I'm going to walk up to that barrier.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Freya's will definitely try to stop you.
So go ahead and roll me an intelligence save.
Wait, Flix, roll an intelligence save.
Yes.
Can Freya try to stop him?
So, Flicks, as you kind of start approaching the barrier, you feel this overwhelming, terrifying, almost oppressive aura begin to settle down on your shoulders and almost weigh you down. And you start to see the barrier begin to ripple. And you need to take 1 point of positive corruption.
Don't fall in love with the glitter or else you become the glitter.
But if
And
I will
sudden-
fall in love with the glitter, who will?
I must need to mark this. So, Frius.
I got it in my sheet if you want to look at it. It's next to
I do
all the
too.
other counters I got burned in there.
I just need to also mark it for everyone, so. And this is 0. Galua is 0. Gross is 0. Tibbs 0. But Frigus and Flix have 1. But Flix in particular, you kind of feel like you kind of have a warmth growing in your chest at this point, and it almost feels like you're very happy, almost elated. Like your fear is slowly pushing out of your mind. It's a very weird feeling when you feel like you're also having this oppressive aura being cast out on you.
Oh, wow. I get
Okay.
negative from positive, and he gets both of them? That isn't fair.
Well, you also succeeded your save against it.
He's special.
He
No,
didn't.
I mean from the dragon.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got
Well,
a point from the
various has
dragon.
-1. But
So the barrier looks weird and special.
yeah. And that's just from being close to it. You start feeling that weird sensation.
Okay. I am going to take out my longsword. No, wait, I have a rapier. I'm going to take out my rapier.
Okay.
This isn't gonna end well.
You want me to counterspell already?
I hear some
Yeah, I guess
metagaming
I'll
going
I'll
on.
put down counter charm first.
Are you sure?
It's specifically a bard thing.
Okay.
Let me click it.
So you're drunk and happy.
He's happy drunk, yes.
There it is. It's counter charm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start playing a song that will pretty much make it that within this turn, you can't be frightened or charmed.
Okay.
So you have a +4 charisma, and now you can't be charmed at all.
For this
Yes.
turn.
Unstoppable machine.
Okay.
The unstoppable bard.
Nothing seems to happen. The barrier is just kind of pulsing a little bit like a ripple of water. And that aura still is very present.
All right, can I walk into it then?
You can try.
I will try to walk into it.
You are immediately forced back 10 feet as you're just pushed backwards.
Ah!
Almost
Can I
like you
fly
tried to
into
walk
Frigus?
into it. Kind of like you tried to walk into a rubber band and you just got boom back.
Yeah,
Can Freyas catch him?
I fly back into Frias.
Dex check on Frius.
Oh, jeez.
Ah!
You kind of catch Flix, but then you fly back with them about another 5 feet.
Ah!
Yeah.
So like
The master plan.
and then the barrier kind of returns back to its more static appearance.
How'd that work out for you, hero?
It knows to fear me now.
Tibbs.
Next time it won't be so cocky.
So I just saw an explosion of light. The fop kind of fly back into Freyas, and they're all gathered around the thing that tried to shoot me back with my own spell.
Yes.
Yes.
What does it look like to me?
You can't even walk into it. It's
It
evil.
literally looks like you're looking straight into a lens flare. Except there's chains everywhere.
Friends! So this is J.J. Abrams' effect for me.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
2010 era Nintendo games.
Mm-hmm.
All the bloom.
Just all bloom. It's like blinding.
It's not moving though.
It has a weird churning effect. You see chains kind of moving through it. It's almost kind of making you sick.
So
It's like some weird perversion of magic.
in Tiberius's mind's eye, he's going to picture his loving mother in that position, and is going to witch's bolt the living Christ out of that standing object.
Oh God.
Okay, you can try.
Alright, Prius, get ready to duck.
We're already on the ground. It's okay.
You don't know that he could bounce them.
Wild magic first.
Well, at least you're on top of my body, so I'm more protected.
Oh, we're fucked.
No. So
Oh no.
what
that-
do we get?
See, you spoke too soon.
Oh
So is Bellio a closer, or am I?
no! Belliwa.
So what was the last spell that you cast before this one? Dispel magic, right?
Yes.
You just double casted that one, and it flies at the barrier. You see the same thing is happening again, and since Truffles is right in front of you, Truffles needs to make a dex save, then Bellua needs to make a dex save, then Tibbs needs to make a dex save.
Oh no, not the tank! Oh shit! I was.
Thanks, Jim.
I was asking
Thanks, Jim.
what level Bellula was. I didn't actually want to dispel the bastard.
Thanks, Jim.
Maybe you
Instead of
should have
thanks,
stepped out of the
Obama,
line
it's
of
thanks,
sight.
Jim.
So
Chippy.
Truffles, Bellua, and Tibbs need to make a dex save.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
I don't know how. This thing is like a. It's just a living wall of fur.
Mm-hmm.
It leaps
be-
in the air with a flap of its wings.
Come on, Tibbs. I need that dex save.
Well, I have advantage, so I'll be fine. I'm gonna say that right now because it's totally not gonna bite me in the ass.
It's gonna bite you in the
It's gonna
ass.
bite me in the ass.
Truffles moves out of the way, kind of with a little bit oinking scree. Bellua jumps into the air, and Tibbs, you thought Bellua was probably going to take it, but no, you get magic dispelled right in the face. Your haste dissipates from your body, and something else dissipates from your body.
Yay,
too.
he's gonna talk normally again.
No, Tibbs, you kind of look down and notice that your glamours have now been dispelled.
Oh, I feel bad for you. How ugly are you?
Oh, he's pretty handsome. It's just all the scars of his previous battles are now showing.
Mm-hmm. All the scars, the burns, everything are now showing on his perfectly white fur.
Hey, you're not so white anymore, are you? You look kind of like Various.
Oh! Yeah, you just got your own magic thrown back in your face again, Tibbs, but this time you couldn't dodge it.
I see.
I believe now it's time for the blood-curdling scry as Tiberius is going to throw everything he's got at this goddamn wall.
You're gonna Frieza it?
Yes.
God damn it.
I recommend getting away
Suddenly,
from
BFG division is going in his head.
Okay, Rose, you're up.
Alright. I'm still in my own little world, I guess. I'm tucked up here. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to go find the others at this point here, so... hold
You
on.
hear unholy screaming through the halls, though. It's angry screaming.
Oh, fuck.
Sounds like
Tell me
Tibbs.
this time.
Yep, just gonna dash action there.
Okay. Freya, yeah, you're literally seeing Tibbs go completely unhinged.
Well, that's new.
I'm gonna look at my spells real quick. Oh, I forgot to diminish that one from healing. Oh, speaking of healing spirit, I forgot to do it last round, so I'll make sure I do it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that feels good. Spells.
It sounded terrible.
Yep. Nope. I got nothing to help in this situation.
You're currently trapped under Flicks.
It's a good place to be. Some would say it's the best place to be.
Oh,
She will attempt to get up.
I love that Tibbs has a grenade icon.
That's a heads up.
That's a ticking time bomb.
Well, Freya will try to get up without
Okay.
pushing him off, so probably sit him up and then get up herself.
Okay, it's gonna take like half your movement, I'd say.
She'll turn around and look at him and be like, You're gonna
I'd
be all
imagine
right.
there's smoke coming out of Tibbs' ears at this point.
She just tells him, "You're gonna be all right."
I think the rabbit's
Maybe
lost
even
his
step
mind.
closer. She takes a step closer. "You're gonna be all right," and just pets his shoulder. Not sure what she's doing, but at this point, she accepts her fate today.
I swear your death is gonna be by your own damn hands. Okay, Various. You're pretty sure you just heard at least echoes of Tibbs screaming in anger.
So a
And this time,
familiar
not at you.
sound.
Yeah, it's insulted you twice now, Tibbs.
Oh, it will learn its place.
Problem is, Tibbs hasn't gotten good yet.
Can Various see Rose?
Yes.
Nope. Oh.
It's very well written. It's very well lit in here.
Rose,
Yeah?
don't touch the statues.
Thank you for that heads up.
Rose says Various kind of tells you this. You kind of then look to your hand that touched the dust, and you do notice that it is a little colder, and you have lost some color in that hand.
Alright. Rose will actually I'll look at the back of my hand because I usually have like a little like reddish like fork
Mhm.
symbol that
It's
goes across
almost
my...
kind of turned a gray red. Yeah.
Rose's lip just starts to kind of like do this slowly mortified curl as they realize this.
Mm-hmm. And that hand definitely feels colder than your other hand, and that's saying something for being made of fire.
Oh, fuck.
Language? We are recording.
You had one job, Rose. One job. Not die. And look what you're doing.
Well, because you're not there.
Even it's true. I am his lucky charm. Without me, he just explodes.
I mean, there's someone else exploding right now, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he's upset on his own terms, and he's got weird ear problems right now. I mean, he's got spotted fur, and his ears might be drooping a bit.
Oh no, the ears are very straight.
Sure they are. You keep telling yourself that.
But, Flix.
Wait,
What,
Bellua.
Oh, Bellua, that's right. Okay, what is Bellua doing? He's kind
Bellua,
of in the air, I guess.
Bellua's gonna land, and once they see what's happened to what's causing this screeching, they're gonna land and sort of spread their wings, are trying to act as sort of a barrier so that he doesn't do something he regrets.
Like
Oh,
self-killed.
he's not going to regret it. Everyone else is.
Pretty much. Yeah, Flix. Freya has sat you up. They're no longer beneath you. Tibbs is going off the handle. Truffles looks a little
He's gonna do something that we're all gonna regret.
Yeah, Truffles looks a little frantic because it just dodged a bolt to the face.
Okay, fuck. I got no choice then. Son of a bitch. Alright. I'm gonna silence Tibbs.
Now, pay in mind, silence is an area of effect, too. I think it's 20 feet.
Range is 120 feet, target is 20 feet.
Okay, cool. So, around, let's do it advanced.
Yeah.
Oh, only wild magic. Wild
on
magic
at this
first.
point because I can't have him exploding us.
Wild magic first, please. Okay, so let me add this to Tibbs. Everyone in there is now silenced.
At
So
least she said
everything
everything is
completely-
fine.
It's all centered on Tibbs. And you all suddenly, in that little circle, suddenly go completely... You can't hear anything. There's no sound. Complete dead air. You gonna move, or is that your turn?
Just back here a bit, just to be safe.
Tibbs, you can't hear anything anymore.
All he
That's
heard was
son of
his
a
mother
bitch of a
say,
wall.
Yes, the wall did it.
he only
Now
heard
pay
his
in
friendly
mind.
mom's
Plan.
words.
Now, pay in mind, if you have any spells that you try to cast that have a verbal component, you can't use them. Not when you're in the silence.
And you're a sorcerer.
What is the nearest thing he can grab?
Bellula?
Bellua or Freus.
What is the nearest thing he can grab that he is able to throw with the strength of terrible?
Truffles.
Probably got things on you too.
Truffles.
Truffles
the
or
nearest
the
thing.
the fairy
anything
on
that's
my
on your
head is a little
person.
far.
Yeah, and then also anything that might be on your person.
Anything on my person? Let me check my little bio here.
Well, there's technically a book strapped to Freya's hip.
Nope. He's going to grab one of his vials, and I have to roll a 1d4 for this to see which one it is.
Oh boy.
2. So the crystal onyx shard that is held in a vial, and he's going to whip it at the wall as hard as he can.
Now, Bellua is standing in front of you.
I want
with
you to roll a
her
strength check just to see how hard you can throw.
I'd say roll a
Yeah.
strength check to see how far you can throw it, and Bellua a dex save to dodge it.
No, Bellua was trying to block him from causing anything.
You are
That-
pissed.
Then I'd
That is
say
a
dex.
natural 20.
I'd say dex then. Still to try to catch it.
Dex save?
Yes. No, he is way too angry, way too pissed off as he literally kind of aims below Bellua's torso between his legs because he is rather large and just yeets that vial and it just flies across into the barrier and nothing happens. It kind of gets absorbed into the barrier. The rippling starts and then stops. And then it starts rippling again as it shoots the vial back out at you at the same velocity.
But
So,
wait.
Bellua, go ahead and make me another dex save.
Oh no!
The vial hits Bellua in the back, in his back, and shatters.
Just random magic.
And you'll take 4 points of damage as the glass shatters, and the glass pieces drop to the ground as well as the onyx shard.
Tiberius is silently swearing very loudly.
So he's just kind of pantomiming, bouncing up and down, screaming.
Oh yes, he's doing full-on shouts at this point that no one else can hear.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just out
that's
silence.
music to my ears.
Yep. Rose, you're up.
Okay. Am I hearing anything else coming from this area then?
Nope, it's gone completely silent.
All right. Okay. So in that case, I'll do my full 40 of movement.
You see Tiberius hopping up and down, looking like he's yelling, but you hear nothing.
All right. Would I be aware that there's a silence area around there?
Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can tell that there's definitely some sort of aura of magic, especially in a place right now that's kind of devoid of it. But you can definitely feel some presence of magic surrounding Tiberius and the rest of the group over there. That seems to be deafening them.
Okay, so knowing that's the case there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try to do this and figure out just what the hell's going on. I'm gonna try to cast Message at Freus.
Okay.
So first,
Wow, magic. You're good. Just barely.
Yeah, so we'll go over to Freus and I'll send a telepathic message. What's going on? What's that wreck I heard? What the hell is up with Tibbs? You can reply to this message.
Why is everything now quiet?
Is it a mental message, or do I
Mental.
have to physically speak back?
Mental.
Yeah, that's why it's mental, because you can reply mentally back.
she'll trying to think how I word this. She's just going to say, Tiberius. Tiberius is not having a good day. Please give him a moment.
Loading, please wait.
All right, I guess that's my turn then.
Frius.
Going to be risking dismemberment, but Freya will kneel down, turn Tibbs towards her, and she will hug him as tight as possible.
Tibbs, you're now being hugged. What do you do?
Yeah, it's called affection. What are you gonna do about it?
Okay, so is there a dagger in Freya's hands?
Nope,
No.
she's just hugging you tightly, both hands holding your shoulders, pulling you in close.
Then this is completely alien.
So he shuts up and is like, what is going on?
I have to roll for this. Hi, hilarious. He is stunned. Like, what is happening?
Tiberius at EXE has stopped responding.
There's the blue screen of death happening in his eyes. Like, wait, what is this?
You guys think Various has gone through awful stuff? Tiberius, I still maintain, has gone through worse.
No, he's fine. Everything's fine with him. He's wonderful.
Yes, because a hug without a dagger has made him actually stop functioning.
Yes, he's like, oh, I'm dead now, but there's no stabbing pain in my back. It must be magic. Why am I still breathing? What's going on? I'm confused.
What's happening? What's happening? Darn!
Oh, also before my turn ends.
Yeah, make sure you get your healing.
Hey, that just puts me up to max. Perfect. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to healing spirit. I'll just say they got 2 turns left.
Okay. All right. Various.
Okay, so Various is still hurrying and has no idea what's going on.
You turn the corner and see Freya's hugging Tibbs.
This is... He sort of pauses and looks very confused. And Belua is sort of watching as well, but also taking a moment to sort of turn back and look at what was thrown at them and like the pieces that are on the floor.
Mm-hmm. He sees little bits of glass, and he sees like a little onyx shard on the ground.
And you guys might be able to see like a bit of black ichor dripping from the wound.
Mm-hmm. Is that a clock? What the heck? Oh, because he's processing?
Yes.
I mean, that works.
And
oh, you're not done yet? What are you doing?
well, Various just looks at Rose and then looks at what's going on, like what?
I was hoping you might know.
Alright, and it's now Flix's turn.
Why does Tiff suddenly look like he's been through hell and back?
Yeah, Various hasn't seen him without that. All the wounds that Various ever did to him are on display now.
He's not close enough to see him. He's not close enough to see that.
That'll be interesting when he is.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's right, because all of his glamours got dispelled, because he got dispel magic thrown back in his face. But Flix, it is your turn.
Whew, free hugs.
No.
Hey.
Free hugs.
No.
I am now hugging Tiberius. I like free hugs.
Tiberius is being double hugged now.
Oh, it's a tag team maneuver.
This team's match Pokemon is going really weird.
Yeah, Tibbs, you're being hugged by Flix and Freya's now. Just hugs.
You can't hear the free hugs part.
Mhm.
I'm also gonna be petting his ears down gently as well. Okay, you're
Freya's
such a
will
little
be-
trooper.
Freya's, luckily with her face over top of Tibbs' shoulder, is just going to be like looking at Flix like, I'm doing something, but actually cannot speak. So he's just kind of like looking at him weird.
Yeah, Flix ignores it and just hugs the bunny because he likes hugging.
Tibbs, you're being hugged by 2 people. No knives, just hugs.
And we'll probably have to take a strength check to break away from Freya's hug.
Oh yeah.
So he's gotten his senses back. There's no stabbing pain in his shoulders, so there's no dagger there. He's still rather confused what's happening, but he's going to try and escape.
So I need both Freya and Flix to roll strength, and then Tibbs to also strength against them.
Oh boy, this is going to be great.
Fight me.
Oh Jesus mercy! Wow.
You're not leaving the hug.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not freaking free. No, you're trying. You're starting to struggle like, but nope, they're not letting go.
This
I am a
is
3-foot rabbit surrounded by 5-foot tall people.
One of them's in heels, so they're probably 6.
this is hug. This is yeah, exactly. This is Hug Central. Damn it! Welcome to the club, the Hug Club.
This must look so weird to Rose and Farius.
It's gotta look really weird.
Oh no, they're strangling him. We should save him.
Rose, you're yeah, that's happening.
So going to 1, 2, 8 full movement. Is going to
You can see the barrier from here also.
looks over
You
the
can see
berry.
this-
How
You
far
can-
does silence go again?
20 feet. I have the barrier
Oh,
around
okay.
Tibbs. You should be able to see it.
Oh, okay.
But you can, Rose, looking past him, you can see this churning golden barrier past the group.
Looks over the barrier. Looks back in the opposite direction of where the beam of light previously came from. Sees that Tibbs is somewhere in the vicinity. Starts to put the pieces together. And just kind of gives a sigh. Okay, that's enough of this. Sorry, Leonard. Tibbs, stop. And is going to cast command on him.
Tibbs is not doing anything.
Wild magic, if you're going to do that first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tibbs isn't doing anything.
Yeah, Tibbs isn't actually doing anything. There's no reason to cast command on him.
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there squirming. in
He's
the middle of,
literally
like-
being hugged. He can't even move from us.
Okay, well, I just want to... Okay, let me back up a little bit here, then.
Okay.
I was trying to make sure there isn't any sort of other hijinks in place here.
Not that you can see. You're just seeing a
He's
rabbit.
in a
being
silent
hugged.
zone and he's a sorcerer. He can't do fuck all.
I can do
Okay,
stuff.
actually,
no,
that's-
I will
can't.
bite you.
You can try.
No, I
I'll
mean,
just
You've
bite you
already
back.
tried.
I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, they're in silent, so...
I
they're-
mean, if one party bites the other and they like it, is it kinky?
We'll find out.
Wow!
Don't kink shame Tibbs.
This session's going
I
He loves
places.
his bites. His nibbles, if you will.
His
I'm
nickname.
not
Wait, how'd you
sorry.
know his nickname from all the does?
I'm not sorry.
Okay, alright, well, in that case, yeah, Rose would probably figure enough that, I mean, it's silence, so the magic from Tibbs is not really going to be a threat.
Hmm.
But Tibbs isn't casting any magic.
He's not.
Right, so, yeah, so, okay, so we're going to rewind that, then. I'm trying to think, what would Rose do in this situation? Rose is probably as perplexed as Farius is right now, I'd imagine.
Rose just watches being like, what is happening?
All right.
Alright, you know what? Is going to... Yeah, I'll go ahead and look back over to Various then.
Okay.
And just looks in absolute disbelief at Various. Because, I mean, at this point here in this situation, Various is like the most level-headed person in this room right now.
Yeah. All right. Frias. You're seeing that Tibbs trying to struggle out of your arms.
She's still holding.
And that's all you're doing?
Still holding.
Various.
She's looking confusedly at why Flix is petting his ears, but she's still holding.
All right, Various.
Don't worry, it makes everything better. Everyone loves the ear pets. That's what I've been told.
Can't hear a thing. Just Flix using his +4 charisma on nothing.
So he's gonna come up closer and sort of blinks at what's going on, but
By the way, it should probably be known that he is facing this way because she physically turned him towards her, so he might not even see. Yeah.
and he sort of crosses his arms and looks beyond them and looks at them, but also is looking around, making sure that the thing there's no chance that the thing is coming down on them.
It's bizarrely quiet. You haven't heard any motion or anything from above you. Not since that dragon.
Can you all come out here? Can they hear me if I say something out here?
I
Nope.
believe no, not in
Yeah,
spell.
I think
Nope.
they can.
Anything in
no,
the
right.
circle
Oh,
cannot
that's
be
right.
penetrated in, cannot be
Yeah.
penetrated out.
Okay, so yeah, they can't hear you.
So he sort of motions for them to come over.
I think only Belua can see you right now.
Yeah.
And Belua might tap on a shoulder.
Just have Billy pick them all up.
That's true.
All
Belial's
three of us?
massive. Belial is gigantic. He can scoop all of us up and just walk out of the circle.
Well, the circle's localized on Tibbs, so move Tibbs, move the circle.
Yeah, because if I do that,
I also can't see the circle, so.
I'll dispel it next turn. Jeez.
you can just stop the concentration.
Exactly.
But Belua's gonna motion to the other two who are sort of looking on. And I think that's my turn.
Okay.
Frace will put up a finger to Belua and continue to hold Tibbs.
It's now Flix's turn.
Okay. Flix will break the silence now.
Okay, and that fades.
Yep.
And you can start actually hearing again. You start hearing the gentle sounds of wind and everything.
All right. Let's take the rabbit and bring him to the other one.
Coordinated movement.
Yeah.
Well, Frace is on her knees, so she can't really move that much. She's like face level to him.
Oh my god, fine. I picked them both up.
Go ahead and do a strength.
They are too heavy now.
Yeah,
There's no more
they're-
silence.
You're just hugging both of us now.
yeah, you're just
I'm
pretty
just
much
hugging
hugging
them
them
both
both.
harder now.
Yep, they are. You're basically just hugging them both now. And trying to pick them up, but failing.
Too heavy.
And just trying to save some grace by showing that making them think that you're just hugging them both.
Yes. It's not that
Uh,
I'm weak.
Tibbs, you can hear again and speak.
What are you doing?
keeping you sane.
Perfectly fine. I just want to murder the wall over there. Now move so I can blow it out.
No, that's not sane. And I'm a fae.
It's perfectly sane. It needs to die.
Can I pour alcohol down his throat?
Try.
I think I would try to stop that.
I don't think you'd be able to. You're too busy hugging.
Well, you need to free up a hand for that. So you would need to stop hugging, free up a hand, and try to pour the bottle down his throat.
Done.
So go ahead and sleight of hand. And Freya's, if you want to try to stop him, I'd say contested sleight of hand.
Oh no, this is worrying.
Yeah. You see, you kind of catch it a little too late as Flix usually uses his teeth, pull open the cork of one of his bottles, and then just shoves it into Tibbs' mouth.
This is how we got all the fae babies to sleep back home.
No,
I almost choked on my water.
When they got too ornery, you give them a good thing of fae wine, and then they fall asleep. It's all good.
I almost
Damn
choked
it,
on
Flix,
my
he's an adult.
I am an adult.
Oh.
So yeah, you're being force-fed wine there, Tibbs. I need you to roll a con save.
They're there.
Unless you plan to spit it out.
Oh no, it's wine.
If it's me, yeah.
If you gonna
This
swallow
is
it?
wine. Yes, this is wine.
Oh yeah, you take it down like a champ.
And it's fairy wine. It's the good shit.
Yeah, you're kind of a little buzzed. Feeling better, you're still a little angry, but yeah. Tasty.
A little angry is understatement. He is
Yeah.
livid.
But now you're livid and a little buzzed.
That's
Dangerous
not better.
combination. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's a dangerous combination. You're still being held, though.
Release me before I do something you'll regret.
You can try a strength save to break free, but they have to make strength checks to keep you in line.
Oh no, that was the threat. That was the
That
threat.
sounds like you need more alcohol.
Freya is steadfast.
Oh, Rose, yeah, you just saw Flick shove a bottle of alcohol down Tibbs' throat, and he is now threatening them.
I am going to give you an OOC note. If Rose
Rose is
uses,
there going, how do I handle this?
if Rose uses command, Various is going to use lightning bolt on him, and Belua is going to get involved
Mm-hmm.
because that's seen as a really bad thing in their culture.
Noted.
I feel
Well,
like this
it's
is time for Rose's mind the blue screen, because that's all I heard was, done.
What is going on here? Why does he hate hugs?
oh boy. Okay. 'Cause I mean, on the one hand, Rose is seen. Tiv's probably angrier than ever before, but then Flix is also basically going full frat party on him as well.
Chug.
Chug.
The worst part is he's chugging and still angry.
He's angrily chugging.
Angie chug.
I'm sorry, are we going to arrive at this boss just wasted?
Yes.
I swear this is the boss fight.
And then we have a dance off afterwards.
Oh, geez. This is how this is
Wait.
going to go.
It's a proper frost party.
We're going to wake up and be like, how did I become a primordial? What happened last night?
You don't want to know, man. We had the best death ever.
You've only
Oh, no,
explored
is
like 50%
Freya's the
of the first
DD?
floor.
Rose will just move right next to Various.
And watch enthralled.
And at the top of the round, this is where
Okay,
we'll
oh.
be ending tonight.
Okay, I was gonna say, Rose was gonna say one more thing to Various.
Go ahead.
Have you ever seen Tibbs like this before?
A few times.
What do you usually do when one of those few times comes up?
Usually it's while we're trying to kill each other, so
Don't die.
Oh, fantastic.
right now it seems like he's calming down slowly.
Meanwhile, we just hear a blood-curdling scream coming from him.
Yes, this is calming down.
This is the de-escalation process.
Feral scream! He angry. But at the top of the round, and since it's getting close to that time, we will be ending the session here. You've only explored about 50% of the first floor and are nowhere closer to proceeding. So yeah, we'll be picking up next time.
Yay! It just had to reflect dual frickin' dispels.
That was rhythm disconnecting. But yeah. Maybe something will happen next time as we leave off with Tibbs being force hugged by Flix and Freus as Rose and Various look on in disbelief. Sure, nothing bad will happen
boy.
next time.
Nothing bad will ever
Everything's
happen.
fine.
We're all
I'm
fine
sure.
here now.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. Wonderful.
So thank you for playing tonight. That was the thing.
Cornova's like,
That
what
was a
the
thing?
hell?
Ah, yes, I'm going to make them all suffer. Why are they hugging?
Then there's
It's-
the nat ones all over the ride.
Yeah, it was a case of me kind of sitting like, okay, this shouldn't be too bad. Getting there won't be
Oh my.
I just imagine you going to eat your food, and then about 3 or 4 bites in, you're like, "Oh, Freys can fall." Ooh.
That's exactly what happened. Extra because I was just sitting there because we had ramen for dinner, and I was kind of sitting there. I was mid chew on a jalapeno pepper, like, oh, I know what I can do. And then I was like, oh, this is gonna be horrible and beautiful at the same time.
And
Tis the way.
Tibbs going ultimate reconnaissance with haste. And like
And
trying to cast haste, getting wild magic, and casting haste anyway.
Yeah, that was great.
and then it happened again, except it was to spell magic and just got flung in his face twice, and the second time he got hit by it.
Yep.
I wonder how many other things that you guys are gonna throw at that barrier. That'll be fun and funny for me.
Well, we haven't found a sink yet.
Oh, I'll find it.
We need
I'll
to find
find
the
it.
kitchen first.
You
I will
do.
illusion a kitchen and then throw the illusionary sink at it.
But yeah, we'll see how you guys continue to handle this particular puzzle next time. I didn't expect you to spend nearly an hour in front of the barrier bickering, I'll be honest.
Well, we didn't bicker. We
Silly Nova.
Yeah, silly DM not realizing that, yeah, that's gonna happen.
I had a plan, but then things happened.
Our party's dumb.
That is an understatement.
I mean, that's hashtag D&D in a nutshell. Our party's dumb. Yeah, I know. This is a puzzle for 2-year-olds. Takes 3 hours to solve.
I don't get
the
it.
The answer is in front of us. Let's go over here and check out the books.
Is the hot tea hot or cold? Is it iced tea? No, it's hot tea. I have no idea.
But as of right now, Freus, I do have notes that your first attack roll will have disadvantage. Rose
Yep, I got it.
Rose is currently holding a book that says The Color of the Four Winds. Various currently has Curse of the Lapping Viper, a mystery novel, Shadow in the Window, a crime noir, and Burning Skies, How to Train Your Dragon, How to Fly, a teaching book. Freus and Flix currently have 1 point each of positive corruption, and Various is currently at -1. Belua, Rose, and Tibbs are at 0. Why is Various at -1, I wonder?
You got sapped.
Negative, positive, Illuminati confirmed. No, that was a really fun one. Sorry for it devolving into childish antics and Tiberius screaming bloody murder at an inanimate object, but that's what he'd do.
I
Nah,
didn't
he didn't
expect
scream
him-
at he didn't scream bloody murder because he was silenced.
Yeah. No, for a whole
I-
round he screamed in Hopolition.
Yeah.
I-
There's
I
no
was-
cheering,
fair.
angry comping.
Like, okay, what I was expecting is that you're probably going to do something to the barrier, you'll fling it back, and you'll be like, "Oh, hey, it reflects things," and then walk away.
Also,
No!
Nah, that's
still
not
alive?
Tibbs. Tibbs can't be bested.
No, let's
Rose-
continue to throw things
Rose,
at
are we still live?
Oh yeah, we are still alive there.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Wild magic doesn't control Tibbs. Tibbs controls wild magic. That's what he believes.
No,
That's what he
Tibbs
thinks.
is-
Doesn't mean
Tibbs
he's right.
is- Tibbs is
Yes.
wild magic.
Tibbs is the chaos magic, yes.
But yeah, thanks for playing. You know how to run a DM through a ring or shit.
Thanks for putting up with our bullshit.
I mean, accurate.
Yep.
Thank you for being you.
Sorry, Flix was drunk the whole time.
I mean, I was willing to join him.
He's like, this is the only way to handle this stuff now, is I'm just gonna drink and drink and drink and
So
not stop.
God reaches down and gasps for a bottle.
Yep.
See this gnarled bird claw reach down. It's like, can I have one of those? And get
Oh,
neither
yeah,
of
here you
them?
So drunk is just like, yeah, sure, here you go. When'd you join the part? Where'd they go?
Flix,
was
what are you talking
cool.
to? I was talking to God.
Right,
Anyways,
suckers, I don't need any of you anymore.
Flux, what are you doing? I'm on a mission
From God.
Oh my god.
anyways, yep. Thank everyone for playing. Thank you for watching. We're out of time. See you on Thunder.